Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, not to knock that other video, but like
this is
a motion capture video.
Man, this security guard is terrible at his job. Yeah, that was an awesome use of the medium. Today we're going to be watching some music videos that involve motion capture.
Ooh, this is like got a Blade Runner-esque feel to it. Huh?
I love these sci-fi worlds.
Oh, here's the actual MoCap.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So the MoCap is actually just being used kind of as supplementary dance stuff.
Oh, it's just on the hanger and he's checking it out.
This is the Rococo suit?
Rococo, yeah.
Seems like they did a lot of capture and stuff, but it was actually only utilized for like 2 short scenes.
I guess that's kind of the beauty of it, is that you can, because it's set up and going, you can just try a bunch of different things and see what works later.
Cool, this is the next one. Ed Sheeran, Cross Me.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Ooh, got a virtual Ed Sheeran.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I mean, not to knock that other video, but like,
this is a
motion capture video. Like with the way they've like designed all the effects and stuff, it's not even that big of a deal that the character rigs are not the greatest. It's all the effects and camera movement stuff that's super exciting.
I love how all of the stuff that you might expect would be wire work is actually just other people in suits.
And just lifting her up,
like in not suits, yeah.
It's super simple, but I really like the props they're using. Like the little stairs and stuff. Gives her an extra bit of like jump off point.
Yeah, that was an awesome use of the medium.
Sweet, we're ready for the BTS.
I like how the glitches are like grounded within the universe, like how they're using those tracker markers on the floor and the cameras are often these points that they're pulling to.
And all the the match cut stuff is like awesome too.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that stuff in the, that's
that
so
AR
awesome.
stuff is really neat.
Yeah, where it's like the effects in the real world. That like just like looks so cool. Oh, that's hilarious.
They did photogrammetry of a wax sculpture.
Yeah, so they couldn't get the actor to come out and get scanned. That's pretty cool.
Now let's check out the Chemical Brothers video, Free Yourself. Apparently it uses the XN suit.
Free yourself.
It was like an entire virtual set.
Is this completely virtual?
I don't know, is anything look real? Ground real?
Like the building looks real. Actually, no, the building looks totally fake too.
These robots are busting out so they can have a dance party?
Yeah, they just want to be free.
They just want to dance. I'll be curious to see how many performers were used to shoot this. It could be 1, it could be 5. So far there's not been really any interaction between any of the robots. But again, it's like a clever use of the tech that they've like set it up so that you don't have to have them interacting in any way.
Well, that would be one of the appeals to like that production process if it was just like 1 or 2 actors doing all the different moves.
Man, this security guard is terrible at his job. Like he just came to work and then started eating a sandwich. He didn't even look at the monitors once.
Oh wow, they created like mechanical rigs, eh?
Behind the face. Instead of simulating facial muscles, it's like simulating robo muscles. Just rocking out in the office.
Oh yeah, that's 2 actors. Oh yeah, see, they are using just like 1 actor.
Just like proxies.
They had a bunch of C-stands with like tennis balls to be like, oh, that's for that other take.
And then these shots are just
like
elsewhere.
in a dance studio.
Definitely a big pro there is that like really easy for the production company to just bring the content to the dancers. Like they're just in their own dance studio.
Yeah.
So bring the suit over there and just let them do their thing, right?
Yeah. Wait, did they have a robot driving that forklift?
Yeah, they did, and they comped him out.
They comped him out. That's pretty cool. What was your favorite music video out of the 3?
Easily the Ed Sheeran one, by far. It was like the most interesting use of, from an artistic point of view, transitioning between characters, transitioning between spaces. What was your favorite?
I think the Ed Sheeran one, yeah. Actually, my favorite was the Ed Sheeran behind the scenes.
To see,
just to
like,
see kind of
see their process a little bit, right?
I found it really interesting too that they didn't actually scan him specifically, or that he was like not really involved. If we're talking about like the suits and like maybe the quality of the suits, it's really hard to determine the difference in actual animation quality, specifically between the Rococo and the XNs. Actually, it's also hard to determine the off-the-track too, just because of the fidelity of the virtual characters. You gotta like really have them sort of in a line to compare them. Just by looking at the videos, I feel like the off-the-track system was most versatile in terms of like how they decided to use motion capture within their music video because it involved camera work and involved the blocking and the action. The fact that you could have people in there and be invisible and have these other personnel support your performance in some way was really interesting. And they kept transitioning from like the live action to the virtual space too. So that was the most like effective use of MoCap.
Behind the scenes of the Chemical Brothers though really showed how being able to be versatile to use it. Like you wouldn't have to be in one space. OptiTrack would certainly have to be all in one stage. Everything's happening right there.
Yeah, in that respect, definitely more flexible. XN's being able to have your suit at different stages throughout your production, not being so reliant on a specified studio space at a MoCap facility. There's certainly some advantages there. I guess you would have experienced similar advantages with the Rococo suit.
And it also was interesting that they said that they didn't use very much technology to power it. Just ran it off a MacBook.
That makes it more accessible to a wider group of creators. I'd like to do like a technology shootout.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to, if you had all of them use like the same model and have the same action be performed across all three, retargeted to the same character. I think you'd really get an idea of how they match up against one another.
It'd be cool to compare sort of two aspects of that post-production process. So both the visual look of the actual motion capture itself, but then also like how it fits into your pipeline. So like how easy is their software to use? You know, what kind of customization or tweaking do you have in that software? How do you get it out of the source capture software and apply it to your character? To see, yeah, we get to compare those processes as well.
It's tough to criticize a final piece of work here too, because you don't know how much cleanup they have. Another interesting comparison would be like if you had the same performance and you did 3 takes with the Rococo, like how do the takes differ? Like we know in OptiTrack, you can get occlusion. Sometimes you could lose an elbow and things are fine, but other times that one occluded marker kind of really breaks things.
Gives you a pop.
So even the same repeatable performance can vary between takes.
Hearing you describe that also gives an indication of sort of like the suit's capabilities and stuff like that. Like looking at the type of performance that each of these videos did, right? Like the Rococos, you know, with backup dancers, they were more or less the same backup dancer duplicated, and the dance itself was not that complicated. And then you get into the optical motion capture, and she was like rolling on the ground and like doing flips and being picked up by other personnel as well. So there's all kinds of occlusion and stuff happening there. And then there was some exceptional dancing as well in the Chemical Brothers, but
a lot of them are really just dancing on the spot there.
Yeah,
like staying within a pretty small circumference.
Yeah, they did have that breakdancing section, right?
Yeah.
Where there's like the group in a circle, and then there's sort of a featured dancer in the middle. Just a range of performances. I guess that's, you know, overall, you're picking the best technology for your application, right?
Yeah.
I'm Spencer. Thanks for watching. I guess it sounded like I was going to say more. Sorry, man. I was going to, but then my mind just blanked. This is Jason. We're done. See ya.